Hi, it's Terry. I have been maintaining 180-pound weight loss with low-carb, low-calorie, meat-focused eating since August of 2022. Good morning. It's Saturday. I'm trying coffee today. Still burping, but I burped with tea. But anyway, so we got some coffee this morning. And instead of eggs for breakfast, I went to Walmart. So I got a Walmart haul coming up at some point. And I did a little splurge, but not a ribeye splurge. I did a New York strip splurge. I thought, boy, that looks like some good flecking in there. So breakfast this morning is going to be some, New York strip steak. So give me a minute for my skillet to heat up and we'll get them cooking. All right, I got my tallow. It's about a little bit of the last little bit of bacon grease mixed with some tallow. I opted today for the New York strip instead of ribeye because I just didn't want all that extra fat that goes inside of a ribeye. I know a lot of y'all think I'm weird sometimes, but I just was not in the mood to do high fat. I'm going to do one side with this Richard seasoning. We'll do one side in this. And then when we flip it, we're going to put this campfire on the other side. So now I'm going to cover it. We'll cover it for 4 minutes. And I'll be back. So I don't think I need to do a meal prep today, but we're going to double check. This is my breakfast that I have. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I have 11 breakfasts ready. And so I don't need to meal prep this weekend for my breakfast. I'll probably do it next weekend. I'll bake my burgers. But, you don't want to get overkill because then you get too much and you run out of room. So I have enough breakfast that lasts me about a week and a half. So breakfast, we're good on. Now this is the ground beef that I made last week. So 1, and that's some steak, I think. 2, 3, 4, let me rephrase that, ground beef and chicken. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So that's a full week's worth of the ground beef and chicken. So 15, that's 2 meals a day, and that would be fine with these. But I also, there's some frozen bacon. So 15. Now this is those country ribs that I made. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I have 13 of these. So together, this would make a full 2 weeks worth of meals. So I'm not going to do any meal prep this weekend. On accident, when I was putting something in the freezer, I poked a hole in this T-bone steak right there. So I'm just going to let this sit out and I'll defrost it and I'll cook it sometime. This was in my freezer. It's been in there. It's been in there since November of 2023. So, yeah. So we're going to leave this on my counter and let that defrost. So I don't have to do any kind of meal prep today. Let's look at our cheese. Hold on. I also forgot to mention I have 5 days worth of I'm waiting to see where the dogs are barking at. I have 5 days worth of fish in the freezer that's ready to go that I bought. So Like I said, we're going to do campfire on this side. All right. Oh, I'm leaving this uncovered. And we'll leave this uncovered for another 3 minutes and we'll check it. So yeah, so I got 5 days worth of fish in the freezer also. Okay, while that's going, I wanted to check the cheese. I bought some more cheese. I just pop it in the freezer, and when it comes time, I hit it with the hammer. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 days worth of cheese. Well, I didn't need to buy any cheese today, but I did. So I have 23 days of breakfast cheese. So that covers all my main things that I eat at my meals. And then when I was at Walmart today, I bought 2 60 packs of eggs. So with the eggs that I bought, you know, the 120 eggs, I am going to have to meal prep eggs. We'll pilfer through those in a minute and we'll see how many of those we have and how many we need. Okay, so the steaks are done. As far as I'm concerned, they're done. So now I'm going to put them out here on this plate, and I'm going to let them cool down. And I'll probably have this little one today, and then figure out what I'll do with the other one. That other one could be supper or for tomorrow or tomorrow's supper, who knows what. But anyway, so now I'm going to turn that off, and I'm going to eat those. Or I'll cut it up. We'll talk about it in a minute. I know it's a mess in here. You just keep quiet. That's my eggs, and that's where I put my syrups for the moment. So this morning I just grabbed one out and used it and closed it back down. They're too tall to fit under there unless I push the thing down and turn and close it. But that's the eggs, so I'll see how many I need to do for the week because I already have some up there. But this is kind of how I've been storing my stuff. Now that I don't have anything in the containers and they're all in Ziploc bags, I've just been doing okay. I have a burger and cheese, and a burger and cheese. So I have 3 right here. So I might do it in the morning. I might have steak, that T-bone steak. I have no idea. So I'm not jumping to pull out another burger and cheese. Yeah, one of them goes back here. So I'll have my breakfast in one little container. And this I'm using as my lunch and suppers. I have 2, 4, 6. So I have enough for 1, 2, and 3 days worth right here. So I'm kind of just using this as my system. I'll see if I can find something longer. Maybe I need to go to Dollar Tree and see if I can find something. But I like the width of this. So it's 11 by 8. So I need it to be at least 8 inches. I'd love it to be more like 15 by 8. Because that would work great for all my Ziploc meals. And then my eggs, I just got them in I'd like another one of those. Or I could use this one if I get another one of those. Anyway, I have them in groups of 4. So 4 eggs, and 3 eggs. Because I made an odd number. So I'll have to evaluate how many eggs I have. How many eggs I plan on using. Because I also want to use I also want to be able to, I enjoyed the fried eggs at supper. So since I want to do that, I don't want to do 8 eggs for every day. I don't want to boil 8 eggs a day. So I'm going to look at doing 4 eggs for maybe 6 days. And then that would be Sunday. But Saturday, since I'm home and piddling around, I might just want a steak and no egg. I have no idea what I want. So, ooh, I might have an egg with my, I'm going to have a fried egg over there. Hang on, y'all. I want to show you. I just cut off part of the steak. Look at the inside of that. If that ain't perfect, I mean, some people you may say it's too done. Some people may say it's not done enough. But that looks good. That's 4 minutes covered and 3 minutes uncovered. All right, so I got my thing hot. Ooh, I got 2 eggs left, so I'm going to use both eggs. They're probably going to stick, just so you know, because if you do something other than eggs in your skillet, they definitely will stick. I've found that over the years. Like if I saute onions and peppers or onion and mushrooms before I do my eggs. Now I'm adding water. I forgot I'm going to put on some lemon pepper. Or orange pepper, I mean. Where's my thing? We're going to cover it for 2 minutes. So I learned this trick from Cowboy Kent Rollins. This is how you get eggs like over medium or over easy without flipping them and taking the chance of breaking the yolk. Now you can break it whenever you drop them in, like I do a lot of times. But anyway, so yeah. So now if you cover it, he said, I think 1 or 1.5 minutes you get over easy. But I do 2 minutes because I like mine a little bit gelatinous in the middle. I don't like mine totally runny. So I'm going to let these go, and then we'll have this with our steak. Here's a funny for you. I just had to tell myself, I was using my really good newer steak knives. And after I was done cutting up the pieces, I had to tell myself, don't lick it, Terry. Because the other day I did. The other day I licked the knife, the steak knife. Man, I sliced my tongue, not deep, but shallow, like a paper cut. And I'm like, you dummy. Of course you're going to slice your tongue. It's a good knife. But, oh, hang on. So I was like, of course you're going to slice your tongue, you dummy. It's a good, super sharp knife. But, you know, sometimes you have to remind yourself before you do something dumb. Hey, that's a boneheaded move. Don't do it. So that's what I did. Let me wipe this edge off here. I'm going to aim you down and let you see real close how my yolk is, okay? So zoom in, Terry. See how it's more gelatinous? It's not hard, and it's definitely a little runny, but that's over medium. And that's what I like. I like the whites to be hard and the yolk to be just gelatinous. So now I'm going to mush this up, and then we'll come back and eat it. All right. So, oh, and I looked some of the center pieces. Look at that. That's even better. That's even more over. It's even more medium. So I had somebody mention, actually a couple of people mentioned that I chew loud, and for people who have, I think it's misophonia, I want to say mesothelioma. Anyway, I don't know what it's called, but people who have issues when you hear somebody chew. And I definitely eat, they've asked me to stop eating when I record. And I don't mean any disrespect, but, you know, people, I like watching people and seeing. This isn't mukbang, so I'm not like going to be sitting here and just eating and slobbering all over the place. But, you know, I like talking to y'all. So, all them seasonings, that sure is good. But I will try to remember to set my food down and talk and not, you know, so then you can hit the fast forward button a little bit when you see me chewing. So that's what I know for right now. I don't have any meal prep I need to do, any big meal prep, other than the eggs and this poor steak that I poked my finger in. Laundry today, I got to go down and change that over. So I got laundry going on. I'm going to work on my taxes today. I don't even remember. Hang on, let me look at my list. So the only other thing I have on my list is I have a floor tile. My kitchen floor is that locking stuff, and there's a spot where it kind of looks like it's popping up or something. So I want to remember to take a look at that later. But anyway, so it's a pretty chill day, thank goodness. So yeah, so I'm going to finish eating my breakfast and work on the laundry. And don't worry, I'll show you when I do them eggs, because I'll probably have to do Ziggy 4 times 6. Is that 26 or 20?
4 times 6 is 24.
24. So I'll probably do 24 eggs, or maybe even a little less if I have 4, 8. I might do like 20, and then so then that way I have them for some suppers if I don't want to fry eggs, you know, if I don't want to make a mess. So anyway, we'll see what I do. So, but I know you have to eat them within a week. So, you know, or within 7 days-ish. So, all right. Well, anyway, I'm going to eat. I'm going to flip my laundry over. And I'll see y'all next time I eat. It's 9 o'clock right now. So, I'm going to eat this at 9 o'clock. And that's one thing about carnivore. It's you get full. You get satiated. I'm sorry. I'm taking another bite. I get full. I get satiated. And I don't sit and dwell on food. All that that hunger noise just goes out of my head when I do carnivore. So it's kind of like all the, when is it time to eat next? When is it time to eat next? How are we gonna make it? How are we gonna make it? All that gets really quieted when I go carnivore. So does that mean I'm gonna stay carnivore for life? No. But is it something to keep in mind for me? Absolutely. And maybe you have that problem. Maybe you're the same way and you're like, oh, I gotta eat. I might be hungry. Because you know, I have to eat by the clock because my brain has issues. So if you have those kind of issues, you might try carnivore too. I ain't saying you should. I'm just saying it's an option. So, all right, well, I'm going to go finish laundry. Bye. Y'all, I got so distracted, I forgot to tell you. The eggs tasted great. The combination of the campfire and the Richard on my steak was good. That orange pepper on my eggs was good. I have to tell you, it's really, really good. That is a chuck roast that I bought. I'm going to give this to the dogs. Be quiet. I understand. We can have fat. I get it, but I'm trying to keep my gallbladder settled. So I'm giving that to the dogs. And then I'll show you the meat that I got after I cut off the fat. But I'll show you after I give that to the dogs, because look at them faces. They come before you all. No offense. Okay, so there's the meat. See, there's still plenty of fat on it. It was just those thick chunks I didn't want. So like that looks like it could be like what I just had today, like a New York strip for breakfast. And that one looks kind of New York strippy. And the rest is kind of more like, is like the sirloin-y part. So now what I did was I cut it. It was like this, and then I cut it in half this way, long ways. And then I cut off the fat, and so that's what I'm left with. And now I'm going to put it in a Ziploc bag and I can cook it up. I'll pop it in the freezer and I'll just mark it as beef steaks. For the eggs, I have 18 eggs in there, and I don't know, a mug, that yellow mug full of water, so maybe like, I don't know, it holds a good 12 ounces or so. So now we're going to do the pressure cook. We're going to follow that lady's method. 5 minutes pressure cooking, and then 5 minutes to let it naturally decompress, and then let it for 5 more minutes, and then you soak them in cold water. She did an ice bath. I don't have ice, so I'm just going to do cold water bath. So we'll see it when it's done. Okay, it cooked for 5 minutes, and now it has been like depressurizing for 5 minutes. Now I'm going to open it up and let the steams come all out of it till it's done. There wasn't a lot that needed to come out, so I'll tell you whenever it's done. There they are. Oh, that one's cracked. Last time a whole bunch of them were cracked, but all right, so we're going to put them over in the cold water. Now, she says 5 minutes when her ice bath, but mine's just a cold water bath to help them stop cooking. So I'm going to just leave them. I'm working on my taxes, so I'll leave them about 10 minutes. It's pretty cool. My pressure cooker has this little thing where you got holes right there. So you can take your lid and just stick it right down in there. I watched a video about these whenever I first got it. And so that's handy dandy. Yes, I know it's chaos back there, but I'm a real person that lives a real chaotic life. So there we go. All right, I'll tell you when the eggs are done. All right, so this is the T-bone that I had defrosting, and we're going to go on and cook it. It's 2:30 in the afternoon, and we'll start it on this side this time. We're going to cover it. This is pretty thick, but we'll cover it for 4 minutes again. Nope, we're going to cover it for 5 minutes. And then we'll flip it and do the other side, and we'll put that Richard seasoning on it. I really like that combo on that other one. All right, now let's flip her. Now, we're going to put some Richard on here. That's so funny. Now see, that's the kind of holes we need in our lives. Nobody tell me how much I can put on my seasoning. Or how much seasoning I can put on my food. All right, now we're going to do it for 3 minutes. and I'll be back. Alright, it has been the 3 minutes. Let's take a look. Yeah, that looks good. Could go a couple more minutes, but I don't want it to get too rough. So we're going to go ahead and pull it out. And, you know, it's funny how it's carnivore sometimes, it's kind of naturally, it's kind of natural to go to 2 mad twice a day, depending on how you prep your food and all that stuff. But it's not uncommon for people who do carnivore to just do 2 meals a day and do 2 bigger meals a day. Now I know mine's a pretty big meal. While these are cooked, that's cooking. I was looking for my thing. Alright, I'm going to let those flavor up my eggs and see how it goes. I'm out of the fancy eggs. So we just got plain eggs. But I got to do this fast. I need my water. And then we cover them 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I'll be right back. Alright. Lost the spatula. Alright, so now, like I said, the more you cook on other things, the more your eggs are going to stick. But if you just do eggs, they won't stick bad. Come on, fella, get on there. Making a mess, y'all. I don't have any more meat to cook, so which is good. So I want to cut up the steak a little bit so that way I can add it to here. This is a steak from this morning, and I want to cut this off the bone, and then I will put parts of it in with that stuff. So give me just a minute. Hey, listen, this is still a little bit rare, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. That's like all around the bone, that raw, and I don't want mine raw. So, yeah. So I'm going to put it in for a couple more minutes and cover it. Alright, I got my water burning hot, and now I'm going to try not to stab myself. I'm going to put this and let it rest now. I feel like that was a good amount of time. I'm going to let this rest, and we're going to eat that in just a few minutes. But first I want to clean my cast iron skillet, because my plan is to not cook anything else on it except for eggs. I don't have anything else, other steaks or anything like that to cook. So I got my water burning hot over there so I can clean my skillet. We'll eat that in a little bit. Let me show y'all what I finished. Isn't this fun? It's a little baby blanket in camo. It's camo colors. It's not for anybody. And then I just did a simple border so that way it's not too frilly or whatever. But I had started it because I was trying to learn this this blanket stitch. This is corner to corner, and I was trying to learn it. So I had started it a while ago, and then I ended up making a baby blanket for a girl at work, and then a lady whose daughter is going to have a baby in March. Well, now another co-worker, her daughter is going to have a baby, I don't know when. So I got to make that blanket. And so I wanted to finish this up because I just don't really like to leave projects out there not finished. I just like my projects to be done. So I wanted to finish that before I start it. Y'all hear me talk about Leslie quite a bit. She's my co-worker who's very into eating. She does great, personally, she does great with, she typically eats like by the food pyramid, but she's pretty clean in what she does, so she's super healthy. She's not like me and some people like me. She didn't destroy her metabolism from years of eating a bunch of processed junk food. So she's able to do just great on that food pyramid. You know, I think there's a lot of people out there who do just fine on the food pyramid. You know, they're able to eat that food and do just fine. I think the problem is that some of us, we just messed up our metabolism from eating too much of the junk and not enough of the good. So, all right, so let's give this a taste. Hang on. I'm definitely not used to eating. Oh, they're telling somebody off out there. I'm definitely not used to eating this like this early for my supper, but it just kind of fit, you know? So, Yep. Yep. So anyway, it's almost 3. So it's only an hour early. If I'm home, there's been times where I eat supper at 4 o'clock. So it's all right. So today's done. I did 3 loads of laundry. Cooked them 2 steaks. Boiled the eggs. Finished the blanket. And what else did I do? Oh, I gained just a little bit. So, yeah, it's kind of nice having a kind of calm, cool day. So, all right, well, I'm going to go eat this, and I will see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday. If I felt as good tomorrow as I did today, I'd go to kids' church, but I blocked off myself for the next several weeks just in case, and I'll see how it goes. So, all right, well, happy Saturday for me, and it's happy Monday to you. Bye.